Yeah, it's an interesting point of don't wax off, you know?
Wax on, wax off. Today, we are talking about House of Wax, which currently has a 27% on Rotten Tomatoes, a 5.5 on IMDb, and a 2.9 on Letterboxd. Oscar, what's the plot?
House of Wax, 6 teens try and go to a football game, but then the car breaks down. Uh-oh, where's the car, Carl? In front of the titular House of Wax.
I think my favorite thing about the entire film
Yeah.
is them traveling to a football game they're yet to get tickets to.
It's
amazing detail.
It's amazing detail, but it also, yeah, I mean, because you're just like, well, guys, it was never going to happen for you. Carl, before we do all that, should we go back to last week before we'd seen the film, when we try to predict who we thought would watch this?
You know what? Let's do it.
You've been so kind.
Yeah.
That's kind.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Let's do it. Just this once, though. I don't want to make a habit out of it. Just so the crew knows. Roll the tape. Next one, we've got Halloween.
Yep.
House of Wax.
Yeah.
Chad Michael Murray back on the show.
This is huge.
From Cinderella Story.
He's not here. We're just witnessing his
No, he's
performances.
here. You said he was here.
Yeah, well, I got a guy named Chad, and guess what? Murray was not happy about that, Michael. No. He perished.
No, he told no. He flat out said no.
It was nice that he emailed back.
Now
though.
he's got Freakier Friday money. Freakier Friday money.
He's great in that.
He's
him playing a horned up man over Jamie Lee Curtis. I mean, it's a performance of the lifetime.
Nobody would know. Nobody saw it.
Well, I'm sure people did. I did. Saw my full family.
Crazy it got
was
into
the
your circle.
Of course, it was freaky. I had to check it out. It's the freakiest film of the night.
I've picked us doing this one.
Yes.
Because I have super fond memories of it. It is. I saw it in high school. I remember showing it to everybody because it's a fun time. The second half of the movie is packed with kooky, crazy practical effects. And I think people are starting to rediscover it. And I think it's coming back. I think it's coming back a bit.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
You told me it was a remake with Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
She's been on the podcast before. She actually was featured in it. She did reply back. She was lovely though. Shout out. Paris.
Amazing to work with. She was the hottie, not the naughty.
Yes. Which is Hottie and the Naughty is, I think we did that very early on, but that is
It's like the fourth episode we did.
yeah, that's a really bad, mean film. But there's one moment in it that is
It's just beautiful.
very sweet. A
just
gorgeous
gorgeous.
moment of
Yeah.
tender love and vulnerability. Knocked in a horribly aged film. But hey, good for it. Huh?
Yeah, good for it, right?
Yeah. Carl, who do we think's gonna watch House of Wax? And what am I looking forward to?
I think it's got look. It has from memory. If it lives up to my memory, it has like a specifically one really good cringy, squirmy scene in it.
Type.
That I hope lives up to the hype. I think you've got that to look forward to. And I think in terms of movies from the 2000s, because of the fact that they put money into some practical stuff, this movie just doesn't seem to be going away. So.
Yeah.
I think it's
practical.
Yeah.
I will look up. It looks pretty dreadfully reviewed. Why was it so dreadfully reviewed? Why is people not?
Well, I mean, it's it's probably not good.
Yeah, but it was probably. I'm sure the Paris Hilton stank of the 2000s.
It's also just it is true. It is definitely just it's 6 teenagers, all an actor from Supernatural and an actor from A Happy Ending. It's
Jenkins.
Yeah. Jensen Ackles or Jared Padalecki. It's one of the two.
That's huge.
I think it's got the guy from Scary Movie. It's
Yeah.
and it is just 6 kids being picked off. But
Yeah.
I think there is a real scope to the second half of the movie that people are going, I remember that.
Okay,
so I think it's for people that are going, where are the good slasher movies from the 2000s? You'll say, hey, this is 3 out of 5. This is a good 3 out of 5.
Wow. I mean, that's what films all should be about.
Yeah.
People looking for the cream of the crop. How about you get some cream?
Just a 3 out of 5.
Yeah. It's milk. It's just milk.
It is just milk.
Sort of old milk.
It's like
Not the
rice
milk.
It's like rice milk.
Rice milk.
Yeah.
No one's picking it.
No.
But I mean, if
It's
there,
available.
It's available. Yeah.
Absolutely available
droves.
for an expensive cost.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty expensive.
Considering it's rice,
Yeah.
we can all milk it.
Yeah, letters.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty crazy.
We know how rice is born. Oscar, who would watch The House of Wax?
Now, how waxy is it? That's kind of my big issue.
Look, actually, from memory, it's pretty fucking. It's filled with a lot of. It's a shit ton of wax.
Okay, shit. Okay, that does change my thing. A scale of wax, we're talking like how? Because in my mind, it's a house full of like, and the post is just them drenched in wax. I imagine it's like a candle.
Yeah,
chasing
they've
them.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of like a Beauty and the Beast sort of style. The French candlestick sort of
Yeah,
chasing
it's
you
actually
around.
about a bunch of wax. That's
Yeah.
like we now we're wax, but we didn't always be in this kingdom. And they're like, "You'll stay with me forever, Belle." It's straight. You nailed it.
Wow, it's just Beauty and the Beast, huh?
It is. It's straight up Beauty and the Beast.
I guess Disney freaks gonna freaking chomp at the bit for this one. It's pretty gorgeous.
Oh, they sure are. One day that Beauty and the Beast is going to get turned into one of those like crappy. You know how there's like Winnie the Pooh. Blood
Oh
and
yeah,
Honey?
it's like spooky. I remember they
Yeah.
did one for. I feel like they had one for Steamboat Willie in the mix. They were like, "How can we make him freaking? What if the boat ate people?" You know, you're like, "Oh man, I wouldn't pay to see that," but it will pop up on Amazon Prime. And
It
that's what
sure will,
matters.
and then I'll pay to see it. What can I say? They've nailed it.
I pay for a Shudder subscription. Is that crazy?
I flush my money down the drain on occasion.
I love burning money. I love burning money, mainly coins. I'm poor, but I love to burn it.
Throw shrapnel anywhere.
Oh,
So any pigeon that'll take it.
Carl, 2005's House of Wax. Why'd you pick it, and why did I love it?
Because it's fucking fun.
It's really fun.
Isn't it fun?
Yeah,
it
super
is
fun.
an absolute romp of a movie. It is. I think it's a little slow to start, but I think it gets.
We'll talk about the start because it really.
You do think it's going to be a bad
It
film?
looks like I thought you were doing a bad film. It also, I couldn't believe it cost $40 million.
Yeah.
And when it starts, it's like a shitty TV
It's
episode.
sort of. It honestly was on par with that third I Know What You Did Last Summer that we watched.
Right?
That's
Yes,
what it felt
yes.
like. I was shocked it looked like that because I knew what the second half of the movie was.
And it really, and like granted, like the second act is like shot on not a lot, but it feels like they've built a lot in the outback.
yeah.
But that's money there.
Yeah.
But for the first 30 minutes, I guess they were like, we've got an hour's worth of budgets, but we don't have 100 and we don't have 100 minutes.
I don't know who said to them, hey, this movie's got to be over 80 minutes. I don't know who said that. I don't know who dictated an hour 45.
Yeah.
But my God, that person should be shot and killed.
Totally. It probably kills the whole momentum and like reputation of his film. Now, was this is the name of an old film, House
Yeah.
of Wax.
Yeah.
But this has nothing to do with that House of Wax.
I don't think it has too much to do with the Vincent Price film.
Yeah.
No. I think that is a famous film. I assume that is also about a House of Wax, but like
You'd hope so.
who knows about old films,
Yeah.
huh? Am I right?
No one.
Who
No
knows?
one.
And
Not
you know
us.
what? A better podcast might have looked into it, not us.
That's, I think, why a lot of people stick and don't stay, is because they go, little to no research done. There's just guys chatting.
They're rocking up and they're sitting on a couch,
Yeah.
and that's about it. And it's about the bare minimum anybody does on the internet anymore.
I'll be honest, I think the fact we watched the film is monumental.
I know. I love that it was on the same streaming service in Australia as the other movie we did. It's like, oh, look, there it is, recommended. Perfect.
Fantastic.
What a double feature.
It was a double feature. Let's get into, I guess, so it's House of Wax, 2005. We get started. We get introduced to 6 characters. Okay. Now, how do you want to do this?
We start in 1970s.
My fucking apologies.
With 2 parents.
2 parents.
Parents
This
of the
is-
year,
Now,
actually.
this is kind of shot. It's sort of done in like a student film sort of way.
Yeah.
But I quite like it.
Same.
It's kind of like a bunch of jagged, sort of obscured shots.
Never
of them.
showing a face.
Yeah.
There is, because this director went on to do Carry On, Black Adam,
Yeah.
big studio for hire sort of director. He did Orphan as well, which is quite good. He has turned into quite a talented sort of pulpy director.
Yeah.
He did The Shallows as well.
Cool.
So he sort of does these very like...
I like this visual style.
Yeah. Well, his visual style is, I'm going to keep moving the camera.
Yeah.
And you can see it here that he is moving that camera as much as his budget will allow.
Yeah.
And I think it's when the killings start, he really ups his game.
Totally. And it goes a little Sam Raimi in some of these
It does,
sequences, like
yeah.
running, like growing the camera. It looks... Yeah. There's bits that are gems.
Yeah.
And then you've got a lot of just let's pad some time.
Well, that's what I think the issue is I think in like the first sort of 40 minutes of setup of the movie, I don't think he has a full vision as to where he should be putting the camera. Apart from this fun little stylized opening,
Yeah.
how he's got everybody interacting and the conversations happening, really generic, really flat.
Yeah.
And then it just fully opens up as a movie once they get to
100%.
town.
It feels like completely different. This feels like, you know, when a TV show goes like outside for a first time. Like it's been in like, you know, like Big Bang Theory. They're like, what if Sheldon was outside for this episode?
Yeah.
And they really film like on a lot. It's like, oh, it looks just not dreadful, but just sort of like, it just feels like you just got some cameras and filmed outside, didn't you?
Yeah.
This is not your bread and butter.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I
Should
love that
Sheldon
just-
Cooper be outside? I don't know.
They're straight up just like in a paddock in Queensland. So it's not.
It's great. Welcome to rural Alabama. There's a eucalyptus tree and a lot of kookaburras in the background. You're like, damn, Mississippi, huh?
I was like, what was happening in the 2000s that they were like, Scooby-Doo, House of Wax, Queensland?
What tax breaks were they giving them?
It must have been great.
They had Star Wars and Matrix. They were like,
Yeah.
what if you film here? We'll just pay for
I
the
know.
film.
Was it just the Olympics did that much for our film
I think
industry?
it did.
Wow,
I think
that's
it really
so
did.
good.
And you know what? Give it another 7 years and
Yeah.
Brisbane's going to be back on the map.
That's the main reason they're doing it. They're like, guys, you don't even know how many more Chad Michael Murray films could be shot here. You don't even know.
The economy of Brisbane is banking on Chad Michael Murray making a special appearance, you know?
I was talking to my aunt the other day who lives up in Brisbane. I was like, are you feeling ready? And she's like, no, no, we're not ready.
How many years away is it? Is it?
It's like 8.
Yeah, 8.
She's like, what's up?
What panicked her? What panicked her, you know?
Sorry, she's like, there's no infrastructure for it, and their plans are out the wazoo. And she used the word wazoo.
I mean, it's a great word, you know, especially
It's a
when it
great
comes to
word.
urban planning.
And I'll tell you right now, she uses it lightly.
I'm glad. I hate when people use it fickly.
This really is a who's who of young people from the 2000s.
Yeah.
The fact we've got one of the stars from Supernatural, Paris Hilton, somebody from Scary Movie, who was
Yeah.
also in Meet the Parents. I
Yes.
did recognize the actor. Chad Michael Murray, Laser Cutthroat.
And then the main girl.
Yeah.
I don't recognize her. What's she
Oh,
from?
because I looked her up. She's in a show that I used to watch called Happy Endings, but she was the daughter on 24. So she was quite a prominent character on 24.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a day. So if you get, if you get there at 5 a.m., you're
Yeah.
good for a while.
That's what's great about a difference between the show 24 and a difference between the show, which is The Pit.
Mm-hmm.
The Pit very cleverly goes, we've only got 15 hours. 24 overcommits. Because I got to tell you, there's 9 episodes of filler. And this poor actress...
Yeah, it's just them sleeping for a whole bit. And I'll be
Straight
honest,
up.
listen, it's riveting TV, but that's
Yeah.
because the score's amazing. But the acting is, I mean, I know he's not asleep.
Yeah. I can't remember if it is... I'm pretty sure it is the daughter.
Mm-hmm.
But it's either in season 2 or season 3 or 24, where her plot is like a few hours into the show.
Yeah.
She's in a car accident and then gets amnesia for 9 episodes just to stall her in the plot
good.
until she's ready.
That's great stuff.
And it's just a sort of wandering because that's how she spent that time because it's all in real time.
I do love those shows because I've just finished The Pit. Have you finished The Pit?
No, I'm very close.
Okay, I won't spoil anything, but a lot of things happen, and because I'm watching the TV show, I go, well, yeah, of course, it takes that much time. You are forgetting that, man, you guys got 12 hours, and there's certain things like, that's the whole point, they can't get over in 12 hours, but there's other things you go, I don't know, maybe give it a day, maybe give it a day, but guys, check out The Pit.
Yeah.
No one's chatting about it, but yeah, these guys are.
I disagree. I think it should be talked about.
It's a brave thing for you to say.
Underrated show of the year.
I'm gonna keep my lips sealed.
Nobody's talking about The Pit, and everyone should be talking about The Pit. It's The Pit.
It's The Pit. Yes. So, and then we also have Paris Hilton, who is not giving a bad
She
performance.
is definitely serviceable here. I think
Yeah.
she's fine.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen worse I think there's worse performances all through a lot of the other horror movies we've seen.
Oh, 100%. I just think she's got that stank. I feel like everyone loved to rag on her as a performance.
Yeah.
I would love for her to get go for like an Oscar winning. I would love one director.
I want her to have a smashing machine
I
moment.
want Safdie to take Paris Hilton to
Yeah.
the top.
But the good Safdie, not the one
Hey,
that's proved to be the bad
Everyone's
Safdie.
shitting on him, and he just made the curse. I don't, give him a break. You had Dwayne. The guy was pissing on everybody.
Nah,
How you gonna? Here's the thing: no director can do well when there's piss all around the set. It's a tough environment. Okay.
I thrive. You've covered me in it here.
Listen, this is a new
Bottle.
This is piss
bottle.
too, okay?
I had
This
to
is
hold that one there.
Yeah, well, it's warm. Yeah, you're cold. Your little
Everything-
fingers are cold.
It's attracting bears.
No, that's periods. My piss rejects the bears, okay? They're terrified of my piss.
Anyway, look, So it isn't all. It's a stacked cast, which
Yeah.
is the other reason I watched this is because I love Supernatural in high school.
Yeah.
And I think it's Jared Padalecki was in so many like slashes. He was
Really?
He was in the Friday the 13th remake. He was in this. He was in Cry Wolf. And there was a fourth one as well. And they all sort of came out a year apart. Must have been some deal with like Platinum Dunes or something like that.
Yeah, gotcha.
But he was just in them all. And so my friends and I were like, you Jared Padalecki slasher, let's do it.
That's a crazy sentence that really could not be muttered nowadays.
Absolutely not. I couldn't tell you what this guy's doing now.
Hoyt's just like, riding off the money, right?
Yeah.
Surely.
I don't
Those
even-
supernatural freaks are crazy.
I don't even know him from Supernatural anymore. To me, he's from Gilmore Girls. If anyone wants an idea of how my life has changed.
Have you just started watching Gilmore Girls?
No, I got gayer.
Oh, I don't know. What's it called? Supernatural's pretty gay.
It was, look, they were
Actually,
they were brothers,
yeah.
but the sexual tension was there.
We all know. That's why they have a career. That's why he's thriving on the boys. You take that sexual chemistry and throw it onto the boys. It's good.
I gotta say, the dynamic between these characters, though, they're just bullies. Everyone hates each. I don't know why they're all on this trip together. They all hate each other.
I do feel like the character changes because I feel like we're set up the 6 characters.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be
it.
mean. Be mean. They're given one. These horror slasher actors are not given much. They're very one-dimensional.
No,
We've got the woman. We've got the
Nope.
brother of the woman. We've got the sort of.
I think you mean the twins. Good twin, evil twin.
Okay.
Look at that. That's a whole cake to eat.
I quite like this. I love. I really
They're
like.
one-dimensional, except they're great.
Yeah, here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. Sometimes a one-dimensional thing is great. A line's fantastic, guys. A single line. I do love the whole stuff with the twin, like the sort of overlapping with the villains. I don't think it adds anything, but it adds a lot. But let's go through our characters, okay?
Yeah.
We've got the main one, Carly. She's the main woman.
Yep.
We got Chad Michael Murray. He's the bad boy.
Yep.
Who kind of pivots midway through to being. I don't think he's that much of a bad boy, but in this
He's horrible to his sister, though.
he's horrible for 30 minutes.
I think it was rude of him to be like, "You're the reason I went to prison," and she's like, "You stole the car."
Yeah. No, he's a bully, but I think the second the stakes get raised, he kind of throws out that character.
Oh, for sure. And I got to tell you, and I think I don't know whether it's the actors. I don't know whether it's the. Yeah, but I think these
the
two.
actors? Is the
It's
actors?
probably the actors. I think the brother and the sister unfortunately have too much chemistry for siblings.
I didn't realize for most of the film that they were siblings. When they have a passionate kiss, but they go, "I love you, bro. I love you, sis," and then French. I did think it was an odd choice.
Now, I'm sure you knew this but forgot. But as you know, the movie is covered in a lot of controversy.
Well, I didn't, Carl. What the hell? I've always just covered in wax.
From memory, and I have not fact-checked this, so I could be completely wrong.
Oh, back up. Here's the thing. Like, IMDb's trivia, I'll believe you 100%.
Yeah, I don't even think it's from IMDb's trivia. This is just a big, successful
Rumor.
And that is that Chad Michael Murray cheated on his then wife with Paris Hilton on set.
Oh, yeah, no, I did know that.
Yeah.
They dated briefly while this was filming. So
Yeah.
I assume, yeah.
Yeah.
I know he cheated on his
I
wife.
think it's that. I might have
I know-
added that.
I know Paris-
I might have added that.
Here's the thing.
Can we get a fact check?
Well, no. Let's drag Chad Michael Murray's name through the mud, okay? And I'll be honest, his name is spotless before that. But we'll drag it through the mud. I think he's a dirty, dirty boy, and he should have done
Not my Chad.
Yeah. Well,
Oh
Chad-
god! Once you say the name, you really
Yeah.
Chad.
That's
Oh,
why
Chad.
I think that's why he's been going by Chad Michael Murray. It does definitely do a bit of like, he's like a Paul Thomas Anderson. But check out that new Paul film. Doesn't really have the ring to it, Who gives a shit?
Now, would you have just done some roadside camping like they've done, or would you have gone? I want to persevere.
Let's set up the premise. They've all gone. We need to go to this football game. It's across the states. We don't
know who's versing.
We don't know who's versing.
It's such an ambivalent football game where they've gone. It's definitely worth us traveling like 2 days and 2 nights, but not worth us getting tickets in advance.
No. And they don't really have it. No one's. It's just the main guy who's keen for it.
It seems like only one of them's into
only
it.
one that wants to see it.
Because who invited Chad?
I was gonna say, who invited the girls? This is a freaking boys' trip.
Also, actually, sorry. So I'm pretty sure what it is we have Paris Hilton and her boyfriend. Her
Yes.
boyfriend's really keen on it.
Yep.
And then he has invited the guy from Scary Movie.
Yes.
And that guy from Scary Movie has invited Chad.
Yes. Which is intimate.
And
And then he has his sister, and then I guess the guy from Supernatural is now girlfriend.
So I
with
think
her
they were meant to
sister.
be a 5, and
This
then
is
they became a 6.
This is a +5. This is a +5. This is aggressive. One guy wanted to go to a game, and everyone's just jumped in.
Well, you know what also sucks too is because if they're a 5, that's 1 car. But because Chad's jumped on 2 cars.
It is quite rude. You know what?
Yeah.
It's a shame this film decides to pick up 30 minutes before the House of Wax, because really we needed 40 minutes.
Yeah.
We needed the 10 minutes of them complaining the fact that now we have to take 2 cars, which is an imposition.
Now, I want to ask, did I misinterpret this or did it just not pay off? And that is Paris Hilton pregnant in this film?
I did not capture that. Did you? Where did you get that?
Well, it was that they were like, her boyfriend's not going to marry her and she had something to tell him, which is why she's like, I've got something to tell you.
Oh, you know what? I feel like they've heavily edited out Paris Hilton and the boyfriend, because it was
It's weird they never get to the town.
weird they never get to the
Annoying
town.
they never get to the town.
They never get to the town, and it feels like the film kind of forgets about them, and then with like 30 minutes to go, they go, and we're back at the campground.
Yeah.
They're still in the first act. They're fucking, and then we've got a cut. I wouldn't be surprised if they're cut for time.
Yeah.
But it's odd they're spliced in here. Maybe that's right.
Yeah. A bad smell rolls in through the air while they're camping.
Oh, yeah.
It's not pleasant, as I assume due to the acting.
Oh, yeah. They do a big PU, you know?
Yeah.
They're doing like that.
Yeah. I love the sort of the plot contrivance of they want to go investigate it, but it makes no sense to investigate it. So one character's like, I'm going to investigate it. And everybody else is like, why?
Yeah. It is nice.
They're like, if we call it out, then it's fine. And you're like, I guess, but nobody, she's not telling you why they're doing it.
Yeah, it's not even like it's the creepy guy, the sort of nerdy guy who's like, you know, ragged on. It's the brave, smart woman who sort of has a...
I smell something foul and I've got to investigate.
I was not in for the film because it's like 20 minutes of them driving around, kind of doing nothing, setting up characters that you already know what they're doing.
No, there's great stuff. There's throwing the football around, Roadhead.
Yep. Oh, the Roadhead slaps.
Yep.
You know, just
So is
chapstick.
So is throwing the football around.
Yeah, the football is actually pretty good.
The football lands at Chad Michael Murray, and Sam from Supernatural rocks up and is like, for a long beat. It's great.
It is quite good.
You go, there's tension here.
There is
And then you
tension
know
here.
what I really liked?
What?
This warmed my heart when Chad was like, he's not that bad. I felt that. I was like, he's a brother that cares.
I felt that, I got that, but it seemed odd for the film to go, hey, he's a massive dick, except when he's not for the rest of the film.
He's a massive dick, but not behind closed doors.
So wait, he's a dick and he's a dick in his.
He's a dick in front of doors, but
Yeah.
behind closed doors, heart of gold.
Gotcha. But it seems like he's mainly outdoors, so he's mainly a dick.
When the doors are made of wax,
Yep.
then he's up again.
Okay, gotcha.
He keeps going up.
Okay. The film has been very boring, and I really was angry at you because I did think this was a pretty janky movie, and I kind of felt like it was going in a specific way.
I was right there. I was right there with you when I was watching it.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my god, what have I picked?"
This
But
blows.
I was, even when it started to really ramp up, I was like, "Is this going to ramp up to the level that I want it to?"
Yeah.
And it did.
It did.
And it
really
did.
But I think it was like a little golden nugget of just, hey, we've got some sauce. Our main protagonist, Carly, falls into a pit of just animal carcasses, and it's gross.
Yeah, it's so gross.
It's great.
It's so good. And from that fall, I think the movie takes off.
Yeah.
Like, I think the movie.
Who knew following a bad smell was really hitting gold?
Yeah,
You guys
honestly, a great lesson for everyone: follow the bad smell.
follow the bad smell. Normally it's gas or gold, you know? Gold is a stinky little smell. Gold's so gross.
It's foul.
Yeah.
It's a foul smell.
It's gross, but oh my god, it's gold. She falls into this pit of carcasses. It's like rotten flesh. And this is what I did know is an Australian film. It's the guy who plays Marilyn Manson, who is in all Australian films.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh damn, it's
I
filmed in
know.
Queensland. And then I did spend most of the time Googling where they filmed it.
I was the same because this guy was just in Together.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, it's that guy. He's so young. Why the fuck is he here?
Yeah.
And I was like, because they wouldn't fly him out.
No.
So he has to have been local. And so
Totally.
I was like, this is definitely Queensland.
They were like, yeah, exactly. So good for Queensland for getting this. Oh, just
Yeah.
good stuff. They have now, the vibe is that they've gone to essentially just a bushland, and then they drive into the town, which is, it seems like it's sort of just, it looks like a studio lot. Like everything looks like a theme park, but it is in the bush, I think.
So it's like where they actually shot it.
Yeah.
It's a dead end.
Gotcha.
So it's just a dead end, and then they took it all down when they were done.
Yeah,
so this is
gotcha.
just overgrown now.
Yeah, gotcha.
You can't go to this or anything.
No, that's what I'm saying. It feels like they've actually propped up these buildings.
Yeah. So everything is completely built for the movie.
Yeah, which I
so
love.
It's honestly quite an undertaking.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Because as well, just as like a horror movie, it has a $40 million budget, but there's so many locations. Like they actually go into so many buildings,
They do.
hallways. Everything is distinctive lighting.
Yeah.
There's actually a layout to the town you understand.
Yeah.
Where the house is, where the House of Wax is, where the petrol station is.
It's just a
it's
shame.
well done.
It's just a
Where the
shame they
church is.
spend most of the time in this little grassy field before the film starts.
Yeah. They should have just driven straight into town.
Yeah. I just don't think they had time for it. But which is a shame, because I feel like even where Paris Hilton is killed is like shown for half a second. And that's a great location.
It's so well. It was actually really funny that when she gets to her like whole segment, I was like, "This is a great show, don't tell."
Yeah.
When she's like, it's all the bags, all the keys, all the phones,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Oh, this is a great location," because this also explains the entire mythos of the town.
Totally.
And you're like, "Oh, well, this is." I was like, "Where did this quality come from? All of a sudden, this is great."
Yeah. It's just hidden behind this real Genki start.
Yeah.
It's kind of beautiful, isn't it?
So let's jump into it when they go to town.
Yes.
They fuck up a little bit, which is they walk in on a funeral.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the guy comes out of the funeral,
Bo.
but they're like, "Hey, have you got a fan belt?" And he's like, "Are you serious?"
In any other film, you're a bit like, guys, you need to get right these characters correctly.
Yeah.
But I love horror slasher films because if my main guys are a dick, fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
We need people dying.
They're probably gonna perish.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, did you just through the title alone and having a fully developed brain guess what was happening?
I'm very stupid, Carl. I really did think they had made a horrible faux pas and walked through a funeral, which, can I say, I've walked through a few of my times and I felt this shame immediately.
The
And
only
I've
difference
also
is-
tried to get mechanical help seconds after, and it rarely goes
They
right.
never have a fan belt.
No.
They never have one.
They rarely do.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever met a mechanic that has a fan belt.
Now, did you get this twist when you were, 15 when you saw
No, it
this?
blew my mind.
Okay, great, because I was exactly where you are right
Okay.
now. Yeah, I was like, are you shitting me? That's nuts.
I think it was just like I think all
I think
red herrings. I think also because it's quite bad. Where
It's
you're just
bad.
like, yeah.
I was not giving it anything. I really thought, I'm like, this is wasting my fucking time.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought they were mannequins because they couldn't get extras. Like, that was my sort of vibe, you know?
I think it's a real shame as well, like because once it starts picking up here, they do a great job with these two characters establishing the layout of the entire town.
Well, because they've left, and maybe this is not, like, on the film, but they've left the other four characters getting, I guess, tickets. They just leave them.
They attempt to go and do the drive.
Yeah.
And then they're like,
it's traffic. It's give up. But yeah, no, we got Carly and Chad Michael Murray walking around the town, sort of doing a little safety recon with Bo.
Yeah, that's right. So they go also while they're waiting, they go and have a look in the House of Wax. I love that Jared Packer Lee's like, "It's wax!" He is actually so excited to be like, "It's wax! It's wax!" And they're like, "Look at this dog, it's wax." Not wax.
Oh, that dog mugs him off hard style.
it does.
This dog is crazy.
That's
isn't it?
clearly a trick they taught that dog.
Yeah.
They were like, pretend to be wax. No wax.
I absolutely love the aesthetics of these wax dolls.
Yeah.
They are just the right amount of shit looking that it is terrifying.
Yeah.
It really is. And granted, the film gets better by the end, but at the start, it definitely feels like a TV movie that's doing like a horror episode.
Yeah.
It feels very Angels and Demons. Sorry, not Angels and Demons. The Weeping Angels from Doctor Who. It
Yeah.
feels like that
Yeah.
vibe, you know?
Yeah.
We're doing horror, but it's not very scary. We're getting PG with it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And then once where were you feeling in terms of the movie for like, were you trusting Bo? Were you completely offside with Bo? Because we've also got the red herring of the other guy doing all of his stuff.
Yeah, I guess I didn't. I was like, well, you're fine. I don't mind.
Yeah.
You're too creepy. Like his car was, like his steering wheel is like a whole thing of shit. Like it's the most fucking disgusting car. That it's painted in red blood and like horse hooves. Like it's such a red herring. You're like, if you're evil, this is just for show. You're being too much, you know. So as a red herring, I'm fine with that. I guess I'm distrusting Bo. But I'm more interested. What the hell is this House of Wax? You know, What was the admission? What was the plan?
How did it work?
How did it work?
I love what he's like. People would drove far and wide for the House of Wax.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if they would.
Yeah. I mean, as well, here's the thing. Although a House of Wax doesn't do I can't imagine does very well. Ironically, Madame Two Swords is incredibly popular.
Oh my god, totally forgot about Madame Two Swords as a concept.
Oh,
I've
really?
never been in one, so I don't know.
I watched an hour-long vlog of someone very giddily walking around a Madame Two Swords.
Yeah.
And I don't want to speak ill of Miss Two Swords. It looks like fucking hell. It's really...
I don't think any of them look like the celebrity.
No, but here's the thing. It doesn't look like a celebrity, but then you get into essentially like an empty room and then Prince Harry's in the corner. And there's nothing else to do. So this man on the vlog just took selfies of like 98 wax figures, which is kind of beautiful in a sense, but it was a pointless endeavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which honestly sums up Madame Tussauds.
Well, because some of the time,
it is a pointless endeavor.
it's a pointless endeavor, but constantly he'd be walking in going, I have no idea who that is.
It's nuts there's so many of them. Just worldwide.
Yeah, because I think they're like tourist hubs, but then I can't imagine
Like
going
a
to...
Starbucks?
Well, Starbucks has coffee, and I get coffee, and I think it's safety
Yeah, I
there.
get coffee. They're like, it's Wi-Fi and coffee.
I think that, but that's a traveler's dream. Whereas Madame
Yeah.
Tussauds is about €100, and I don't think there's any Wi-Fi or coffee in there. So I don't know why tourists are flocking to it. You know?
Do you reckon there's like a statue of the guy that invented coffee and a guy that invented Wi-Fi?
It's an Australian invention, Wi-Fi. It's actually the McCafe. It's really pretty crazy. What the McCafe guy? I get a selfie with the McCafe guy.
I'd 100% get a selfie with the McCafe guy.
Yeah.
Or if there's just McCafe in
Or
there.
McCafe woman. We don't know.
Yeah, that's right. We
Yeah,
don't know.
we don't
We
know.
would never judge.
No.
We would never...
We'd never judge. Imagine that. A woman made a coffee.
No.
Oh my god.
We would never assume. Sorry.
Yeah, good,
That's
good.
what I wanted to say.
That's huge. Great save.
We'd never assume.
But Madame Two Swords is surprisingly popular, so I kind of have to give them this. The House of Wax thing may have worked.
Oh, honestly, you debunked me immediately, and I rolled over. As soon as you were like, I just forget Madame Tussauds exists.
I think
and
everyone does.
It's never appealed to me. I've never gone in.
No,
I know you're a fiend for it.
Well, I love various.
You begged us when we were in LA to go. You begged us when we were in Amsterdam to go.
You're a fool. There's no LA Madame Tussauds, and that's how you fucked up. You fucked up your narrative, okay? There's one in Amsterdam, and it's an absolute hoot. But don't you dare try and throw me under the bus with this LA crap.
Got photos of you with Vin Diesel at the LA one.
That actually is huge. That was actually massive. That was huge.
He's on the outskirts, so it's easy to get a
It's
photo
a free
with.
one. It's a free one. Imagine doing that, but for 200 wax figures that are worse looking.
Yeah.
And I guess they must not update them very
Surely
often.
they don't put their best out the front.
Well, Vin's at the front. What are you saying about Vin? Diesel.
That was just him.
He's
always got some free
Doing
time.
the circuit. Yeah, no, he's not doing much.
He's
X
doing
is not
fine.
good. Yeah, no, huge. But yeah, we walk around this figure. Yeah, these wax figures are great. I'm already like sort of in. I like the vibe.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then so we go back to Beau's house.
Yeah.
It's so these are movies where you're like, I just don't know if I'd go. I would have just been like, I'm gonna leave.
Oh, you wouldn't go into Beau's house?
I guess so. In terms of the plot of the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why have they taken the fan belt but not killed them that night? Or do we think the fan belt has genuinely?
Okay, well, the fan belt's definitely tampered with.
Yeah.
So in their mind, they're gonna have to come to mechanic. How far away is this location, the grassy knoll,
Yeah.
from the town?
Yeah. What do we think? A
Because-
20-minute walk? No, it's 15 miles. They say it's 15 miles.
You know what? If you're trying to save time and energy, it's
Yeah.
not crazy.
Yeah.
Make them walk to you.
Yeah.
You know?
I think
then
Beau's...
then you're more stranded, actually.
I think Beau is great at improv.
Yeah.
Every time they ask him to scoot, he's so quick. They're like, "What do you mean your fan belt's at your place?" And he's like, "It's where I get things delivered when I'm not down here."
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, I'll go home with you."
I was kind of all on Beau's side. I know he was definitely the villain, but I was kind of like, I kind of trust him. He was
Yeah.
also quite kind. I feel like he was like, do you need the bathroom? Sort of giving them the option.
Yeah.
And then he was like, just wait in the car. He'll be right done.
Yeah.
God, it's good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
He's got them right where they are.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's having a ball.
Now, am I misremembering this? Because do they get attacked here now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jared gets attacked?
Yeah. So he's our first one to get taken
Yeah.
down,
He
and
gets-
I loved this as a kid. And I
Yeah.
always thought this should happen more.
Yeah.
What a way to take down someone to cut their Achilles.
Achilles heel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So good.
And it's so
And I like how this is shot, which is him looking in the dark. Like it's like they've shot it sort of a bit more fisheye, a bit more bright on, and it's so like him sort of like sputtering around.
Yes.
It's so good to cut it because he just cannot get up again.
No,
it's
exactly.
great.
Now,
did it make you wince? To me, it made me wince.
yeah, no, 100% made me wince. There's actually a few things that made me wince in this film, and that's every time that kept happening, I'm going, "Ooh, I'm in. I'm more in." But was it not an evil woman that attacks him, or is that our main guy?
No, that's
Vincent.
That's Vincent.
That's Vincent.
Yep.
Gotcha. Maybe it's just the face. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I'm all in back in the film.
Yep.
All right. Well, Vincent attacks him.
Yep.
He snips him down. It's pretty great. Yeah, I'm pretty on
It's
board.
good immediately, and then we sort of get our first big thing, which is we get him taking off all the hair on his face.
Yep.
And then showering him in wax.
Yeah.
It looks great.
The Saw-esque trap of the wax, when that came on, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
They have saved everything for the 40-minute mark.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't believe this is not a bit more iconic. This is great.
Yeah.
Him being sprayed with that shower shitty wax, horrifying.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It really just goes from this movie that was like a 3 to an 8. It
Yeah.
just shoots right
You
up.
just think it's a janky little film. It's like, this is garbage. And then you're like, oh, here's everything on display.
I think this would be a great one to play. You know, when we do those like dark pictures.
Yes.
I think playing this would be
If
fun.
you guys haven't seen it, is it called the Dark Pictures Anthology? It's
Yeah.
The Quarry, Until Dawn, and then there's 4 others. I believe the studio may be a little bankrupt. There is a new...
We always buy it.
We always
so
buy
it's not
it.
on us.
We always buy
a
it day
game.
one. I can't believe it was that good.
Yeah.
The new season comes out, but essentially it's choose your own adventure, and they're normally centered around these sort of...
Different horror tropes.
And it feels like it, right? It feels like the town's there.
Yeah.
the
6
waxing-
playable characters.
I also think I quite like that there's the split villains, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's very of those games.
Yeah.
And I quite like it in this horror film as well. I'm kind of thinking, well, Bo's a monster, but then we've also got creepy wax guy as well. It's good stuff.
It's so good. Anyway, so Eliza tries to get out of there.
Yeah.
She starts reversing the car. I think she's really quick here.
Yeah.
I love when she's like, I'm just going to lock the car and I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, I'm just going to break in.
Pretty great.
I thought she'd driven off the set. But
I think
hard to see.
Yeah.
But she's actually just driven off like the
I think they've driven off the lot. It does
Yeah.
feel like they've driven off.
It totally feels like it.
we can. What's the rules? We put our car wheel over the set. It's like that's fine. That's not an extra cost for you. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so I do love this. She's able to get away. She goes and hides in the funeral.
Yeah.
Which is fun. I think it's really good too because it's, I think, the first time that she breaks open somebody.
Yeah.
And there's like congested sort of blood and
The
guts.
effect of the wax people being encased, like mummified, and then every time you break them, I love there's different aspects. Like some are really old and like cockroaches and like cobwebs come out. Some are like flesh bloody.
Yeah.
It's a great effect.
It's so
and
good.
I think it's semi-cheap, and it has such an immediate like, oh god, how horrifying.
It looks great, and it also just works for the plot. Like, it's just so good to be like, that's an old one, that's a new one. They've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's just it's really fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she does get caught. She gets taken down in underneath the petrol station. This is the scene that I
squirmish.
always remembered, which is her finger and her mouth.
Yeah. This was horrifying.
Yeah. So
This is great. She's been like strapped to the chair, similar to what I think Bo and Vincent that we're going for. Like,
Yeah.
as a child, this happened to me, so I'll do it to other people. You know, you don't really think about the sort of the villains' motives. I quite like
they're artists.
I like
They're
Vince.
tortured
I
artists.
like Vincent's
They're
whole
straight
thing.
out of the tortured poets department.
Yeah, Vincent loves a bit of T-swizzle. You know,
Yeah.
that's his sort of whole thing. I do like this sort of it's a lot of media's taken this sort of premise that sickos love playing with little bodies and putting them in fun little wacky
They
adventures.
do.
Yeah.
They do. You ever met a sicko?
Yeah.
They've nailed it.
Exactly. I was actually
It's the type
involved.
of shit you do.
Oh, exactly. Listen, I love getting a bunch of cadavers and propping them up into silly little costumes. I've done one where it's you know the dogs playing poker?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's guys playing poker. Guess what they're dressed as?
Dogs.
Bingo.
Oh, wow.
I also fuck them, you know.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, I'm a sicko.
Yeah, you absolutely
Yeah,
are.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
Vincent Core of you.
Exactly. Bloody Bo over there, jizz all over them. It's pretty crazy.
Yes, so Chab rocks up to town.
Yes. This now, and again, like, reflect on it, the film goes, don't worry about anything you've learned about Chad Michael Murray. He's now just a hero.
He's the best guy.
Yeah.
You're gonna love him the rest of the film.
Don't worry, none of his bad qualities come back. He's fine. Before we get into this, and I feel like we did skip over it really quickly, Chad Michael Murray and his nerd friend are pissing on a bush. They're standing next to each other intimately. What was that all about?
Well, because then a guy comes over and he's like, you guys gonna fuck each other?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna fuck my girlfriend, so you guys go and pick him up.
Yeah.
And I think they look at each other like are we?
Yeah.
Because I think they've been standing there a little bit too long.
A little bit too long. You know? There's a lot of trees in the forest.
Yeah. When most people, maybe this is a thing from the 2000s that people used to stand really close to each other when to pee, like as a company thing.
Gotcha.
You know, but I would never. I don't need company when I'm peeing.
No,
you know, I think it's actually a great time to be alone.
Yeah, I mean, I think there is a sadness to that, though. You know, maybe we've lost that a bit. You know,
we're losing connection.
I think so. You know. We are losing that bit, which is it's a shame. You know, I think men should hold hands when they pee. Is that a crime?
And that's a sicko thought.
Thank you.
Yeah, so look, Chad's rocked up. He's now our big hero.
Yes.
His sister is trying to poke her little finger up through the grate.
Yeah.
And so Bo reaches down to do up his shoe, cuts off her finger.
Snips it.
This, it just really got me.
Yeah, it really gets me. I feel like the film has been saving its whole budget for this
Yeah.
little. The gushing of blood looks fantastic.
It's also really good too that she's doing it while trying to do something else.
Yeah.
So just totally unaware as to something could happen to her.
Yeah.
I think it's a perfectly played scene. Because then once that doesn't work, she then has to rip open her mouth.
Yeah.
It
been
looks
glued,
great.
and then that comes open. Horrifying.
I think she's doing a great job doing all the acting of the pain.
Yeah.
I actually think all these actors get way better when they start having to act in pain.
Yeah.
You go, wow, you're really selling it because you're not in pain. You're acting.
You gotta praise the acting. When they were doing things that the actors themselves were not going through.
Yeah.
I just thought, how the hell are you doing that?
I don't
possess that quality.
I don't believe Chad Michael Murray has ever peed next to a man, so I
Yeah.
didn't believe that scene. But I do believe he's a hero.
Yeah.
So now I get where
that's
we're
the
at.
Chad Michael Murray
And that's
effect.
the Chad Michael Murray effect for you.
Exactly. We do get essentially who we got. We got Jared, who gets waxified.
Yep.
We get his little nerd friend.
Now let's talk about the little nerd friend.
Great.
The little nerd friend rocks up to the house of wax. He too is like, wow, this place is made of wax.
It's a cool thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that he immediately is like, oh my God, my friend is made of wax. Starts poking him. And it made me like squirm, but it's the fact he's like, don't worry, I'm going to get you out of there, buddy. Starts ripping it off. And it's like, you're not helping.
No,
you are not helping. Stop touching him.
It's really just smearing like a painting, but it is just ripping flesh off him. And Jared's got a single tear coming.
Yeah,
It's great.
It's great. And then the guy comes in and cuts off half his face as
Yeah.
well. It looks really good. And like the eye's still moving. I don't know what it is about everybody in the movie when they find someone made of wax, but they all just want to be like, oh no, I'm so sorry.
How would you react to
I'm so sorry.
How would you react to your best friend being stuck in wax?
I don't know. Well, I just don't know if I do what Chad Michael Murray did and just twists off a guy's head and he's like, damn.
That was the nerd getting that as the ending was terrific because the sister goes like, oh.
Yeah, she's like, oh my God.
And has to wrestle with like, did I kill him or was he pre-waxed?
I know,
Was
it's gotta
his neck
be
like that
it's
beforehand? Oh no.
If I was her, I'd be like, it was the wax.
It was the wax.
It was the wax, Chad.
You did twist him quite hard though, didn't
I don't
you?
know why you wanted to do it so aggressively.
Yeah. It wasn't going to break him out.
I don't know. I think I would still be in disbelief that they're people. I'd be like, oh wow, crazy they've done a whole mannequin off of our friend.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I don't think I would have bought it yet.
No, I'd need like 3 times to get the lesson,
Yeah.
you know? I need to be stabbing wax, have the head fall off, and then the body's in there. 3 times at least, and then I'll get the vibe, you know?
Anyway, so we get our little nerdy friend. He goes down the hallway. The hallway's all made of faces, which I think is a really fun
Right.
hallway. It looks really good.
Yeah.
He gets decapitated here, and I think this is a really good shot with the 2 knives, cutting him off, and then just moving the body away from the head.
Yeah.
Really good. And then the head falls over, keeps blinking.
Yeah.
It really is an effects bonanza, honestly.
It really is, and I feel like then the film starts having more fun with it because then all the sets start playing into the kills. Like the
Yeah.
head of the wall of heads and his head being there. There's a sequence where Carly's running away from the I think Bo it is, and essentially we learn that the twins, Bo and Vincent have been twins. And they're like Siamese twins, they're split from birth. There's a wax sculpture of these babies. They get cut down the middle. It's all being a bit cheeky. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, really fun. All the kills start playing into that. But yes, we got our twin. We've lost Jared. We've lost Nerd. Now, do we jump back to Paris and her boyfriend?
Yeah. What the movie loves to do is it likes to keep cutting between the sexcapades of Paige and Blake. They're like, what are they doing now? Blake's so horny.
I feel like we don't get them for ages. I feel like they're horny 20 minutes
It's
in.
every time they're on the phone, they're like, we're coming, but first sex.
Yeah, first-
We've sent someone else because we're having sex.
Yes.
So,
They fuck.
which honestly, if you've ever been camping, they've nailed the two people that come.
Yeah. Wait, ejaculate or just or come?
It was actually a tasteful entendre until you pointed it out.
What the hell's an entendre? The fuck are you on about? That's some sick stuff. We do get Paige and Blake,
Yeah.
Paris.
Yeah.
And things are awry. They get a phone call and they are really behind.
They're so behind.
They're behind. I should not.
It was nice that Blake answered the message.
Yeah.
Because I was like, he's not going to. And then he did, and I went, maybe Blake is a good friend. Oh, he is dead.
He is. It feels like they're rushing through it because Blake's death is quick.
Blake's is quick.
Yeah.
I think maybe they ran out of money for Blake, or potentially they didn't have enough money to do too much with Paris Hilton, only 3 or 4 days.
It does feel like that, right?
Yeah,
I guess she would be a massive name, right?
Well, she's only got 2 scenes really with everybody at the beginning,
Yeah.
and then she is just with this one other actor.
Yeah.
And then she's just on her own.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they were able to shoot it all quite quickly.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
We do get Paris Hilton then running into essentially their abandoned garage,
Yeah.
which has all the cars, all the suitcases, everyone's phone, just so much items of victims that they've
Yeah.
had. Because
This was a great set.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
Really eerie, and then her being barefoot.
Oh,
and
I
then
know.
This, God, it's so textural. It's just her walking around these grate, and then the knife comes through the goddamn grate. Oh my God, fantastic! Good for Paris, huh? She's nailing it.
Great for Paris, if true.
Yeah. She does get a spear to the face.
She
through a
gets
car.
fully impaled.
It's
and then falls on it. I love the gratuity of a horror movie.
Yeah.
It's always we've done it, but what if we just held with it for a while?
Totally. Now, Vincent starts filming stuff because he is a sicko, and most sickos love documenting things, which is always the downfall when it comes to evidence.
Yes.
You never want to be implicated.
You never want to be. You've never implicated yourself in anything.
No. I
So-
would never take a selfie with my victims. That's a classic 101. You want to dispose of them real quick.
So they have a whole sequence at a cinema, which I also really enjoy.
The cinema's fantastic. It's playing Baby Jane, which
Yeah.
is such a cheeky little because I feel like the House of Wax, I feel like Bo's room is maybe upstairs, which is it's doing very cheeky things with the source material of that. That's just fun, you know? But yeah, this cinema scene is fantastic.
Yeah, it is. Honestly, it's so much fun. Especially this is where all the shooting is sort of happening.
Yeah.
It's really fun to get to a point where somebody is sitting there trying to pretend to be one of the wax
Yeah.
figures. It's just a good. I can't stress to you how much fun the back half of the movie is.
I think so,
It really
yeah.
is just paying off a bunch of things. It's doing all the right things. It's all shot nicely.
Yeah.
It's an absolute romp.
I know how films are made. I'm sure they had a budget and then had a script, but I like the idea that they started off with, hey, we got this small little micro budget indie. They're gonna be in the woods and they'll get picked off. And then someone was like, hey guys, I just found a fucking house of wax and $40 million. Should we go fucking nuts? Cause yeah, we're doing that.
Queensland said they'd build the town if we shot it there. Do you want to add something to I don't know, the last hour of the film?
Yeah, fuck it.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, great. Get everyone on a flight.
Yeah. We have also, how do I put this? A metric ton of wax. Could you do anything with that?
I just found a lot of wax.
Yeah.
So much wax.
fucking wax. It's pretty great.
What could you do with it? I could build a house out of it. House of Wax. Now that's a title.
That's a title. If only
Is that taken?
It
Fuck
is.
off, it is.
Ugh. Do you think anyone would care?
No.
Who we got left, Carl? Is it just our two?
It's just our two, and I think if there is a thing that I don't love about the movie. It is that they whittle down to the two a little bit too quickly. But we do get some extra kills because, of course, our two villains start to cark it.
Yeah.
Bo gets 2 arrows to him. I think he's bad at removing an arrow. I would have snapped the arrow in half and then removed it. Don't pull the entire arrow through you.
He did snap the arrow in half.
No, he pulled it with the little wings. He pulled the little wings through.
That part. I thought the one that's embedded in his heart.
No.
Which is,
the one on his arm, he was like, I'll just pull the whole thing. I'm like, cut it. Cut it in half. What are you doing?
It's great he's alive because he shouldn't be, but it's fine.
It is great. It is great that he's alive. I do love, because we also get to see a little bit of the relationship the two villains have.
Yeah.
They care.
It's a bit Curly and Moe, isn't it?
It is a bit Curly and Moe.
It's like, why Ayana? But here's the thing: you're an artist, and I've got to treasure that.
And then we will find out there's a third stooge.
Yeah. Larry. Larry. Wait, Curly and Moe. Larry.
There's a Larry. There's a Larry on the way, my guys.
Yeah. So what we got? Are they just back in the House of Wax?
Yeah. So this is where the house starts to sort of melt. We get a big fire sequence
in the sort of wax chamber. I really could not. I mean, there's a bit janky CGI, but everything that's practical, terrific.
Yeah, I think
they go full Pondicherry in this one. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh yeah,
am I right?
I did write that down.
Did you write that down?
Yeah, I did write that. It was like the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Ah man, guys, that's a great scene.
I wrote it's like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and then right underneath, I wrote the wax is so wet.
Yeah, it's wet wax.
It's wet wax.
What's up with that scene in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Why is that there?
What came out first, this or that?
I think they're actually both 2005.
Are they? God, do you reckon they were annoyed?
I reckon there was.
I reckon Tim Burton was like, "What do you mean they did it for real in Queensland? Are you fucking kidding me?"
They offered to melt a whole thing, but Johnny Depp said, "I'm never returning to Australia."
He's like, "I can tell in the future they're not going to be kind to me and my dog."
Pistol and Boo. I love knowing the name of those damn dogs.
You love pulling those names out.
I fucking love those little dogs.
Oh my god, that's the best video.
But yeah, this whole house starts melting.
Yeah.
And it looks terrific. Chad's sucking wax.
It's crazy. I don't even know how because it's leaving footprints everywhere. I'm like, how did they reset the scenes?
I don't know.
What's this made of? Is it just the wax and they melted it again when they did a reset?
Classic movie.
Are they not resetting? I'd love to know. I'd love to watch it all. But yeah, I do love that when the lead is like, hey guy, just you don't have to kill
this.
You don't need to do this.
Yeah.
And then he comes at her and she's like, please don't kill me.
Oh my god, there's something. You're a monster.
None of it worked.
You're only on the inside and the outside. Oh my god. I absolutely love this symbolism. I don't know, of them being reunited and then sealed by wax.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
It's absolutely. Did you cry?
I wept.
Yeah, I wept.
Yeah, you know what?
I full on wept.
My tears were made of wax.
I know. I was like this weeping. Just like that. No, but I was very into it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the big reveal of the movie.
Yes.
There is a third brother. What does this mean and why does it matter?
This left me with nothing.
What the fuck was this meant to mean?
I couldn't care less because the
Is it him? Is he doing all the wax stuff?
No. I think he's like the third Nolan. You know,
the guy that robs the banks.
Yeah.
Straight up, do we think Nolan's third brother's a magician?
No, more in the sense that, you know, his two brothers are artists and the third brother's just fucking around, you know? I don't know what the carcasses are. I think it's just road meat, right?
It's funny because I think at the end they're like, isn't it scary there's a third brother? But my understanding is this guy's a nice guy.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't enjoy what the other two are doing.
Look,
but
it's a free house.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, Queensland real estate is not what it used to be.
He's like, you know what wax is cheaper than? Timber.
Yeah.
Brick. Lumber.
You think I could afford a duplex made out of real material? No. I live in a little wax igloo, you know? That's how I get around.
The only issue is that Queensland heat. You're on a ticking time clock. It's a perfect house 3 months of the year.
Why did we build in the Daintree? Why did we build in the tropical
$40 million budget because they were like, I don't know why we filmed it in Queensland. The set has melted overnight.
Do you reckon the government in Queensland were like, hey guys, guys, we got a bunch of wax. We try and fool us in studio filming. Guys, it's winter. Get them on the phone. Get them to come now. Yeah, no, the House of Wax will make it.
Yeah.
When are you guys
You'll
filming?
be fine. You're coming now?
You guys, when are you guys filming? Oh, November? Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah. You'll be wait, how much are you spending on it? Yeah, no, you'll be sweet.
You'll be sweet.
You'll be so good.
We require all the money up front.
Yeah.
We've got to fund The Matrix. What else was that other 2005 movie? Oh, what was that?
Kangaroo Jack.
It was Happy Feet. They had a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, God, Australia was really popping.
They really
What happened to our industry?
I don't know. I guess it just went bled dry.
Yeah. Well, I guess that new I Know What You Did Last Summer was shot here, so.
Yeah. But it always feels like they're a dirty secret. They're not happy about
They
it.
never want to tell you that they've shot it in Australia. They're like, please don't notice. Please don't notice we shot it in Sydney and most of us were just on holiday making a film. That's how they sold the film to us, please.
It must be nice, right? You just like, we'll get you an Airbnb in Coogee.
Yeah. Just like,
Would you do it? Like, yeah, that sounds pretty nice.
Paris is like, I want to go. What a free trip to Australia where I've got to do 3 days on set.
It's
and then I
kind
can
of
just
amazing
vibe.
she's been to the Gold Coast. Isn't that lovely?
I know.
She went to Dreamworld.
Crazy she's been to the House of Wax.
Yeah. No, she never got to the House of Wax.
Oh, no,
remember?
she didn't. She just doesn't
She got
come
to the garage of wax. She got to the depot of wax.
She doesn't come to me as somebody that, you know what, that's probably the one scene that's like shot in LA or something as well.
Yeah.
She doesn't exactly come.
It looks great.
Yeah, it does. It's probably just an abandoned lot. They were like, hey, we've got a garage with all of the cast and crew's cars here, and I've robbed every one of their phones. You got time, Paris?
You know it, brother.
Yeah, so I do think weak end note for the film with that twist.
Yeah, we didn't need it.
No, not at all.
I ignored it. I thought it was creepy enough, you know?
It's also tough to understand at the beginning of the movie when we're clearly shown two kids that there is a secret third, I guess.
Yeah, I don't
And I'm not
care.
sure why I'm meant to feel like the rug was pulled out from me when it itself doesn't matter to the plot because they're not going to
I don't
interact.
blame the kids, but I reckon they were pretty rowdy and deserve what they got. I reckon this third kid was an angel.
I think this is parenting at its finest.
Yeah, I think so.
I think
so.
cuffs and chairs.
You'd think the villains would throw out these damn high chairs that were their torture devices
Yeah.
for so long. What
Well,
were they
they-
saving them for?
They clearly love their kids because the kids end up doing everything in the name of their mum.
Yeah.
So is the mum's idea that the whole town would be made of wax? Because they're like, we're nearly done.
Yeah, I think so.
And then everybody would come for a whole town?
I think so.
Is the idea that the House of Wax wasn't stellar anymore, but people would come for a whole town of wax?
Look, a whole town of wax? I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there.
I would go out of my way for a whole town of wax.
A madam to town? Wow. I mean, you gotta check it out.
I'd get a picture with Vin Diesel out the front of Madam to Town. I wouldn't go in, but I'd go to Madam to Town with the out the
I'd
front
walk
wax.
past the town. Maybe peek over, but no more.
I'd
No
do a
more.
little peekaboo.
I'd do a little peek over.
What's happening over there? Oh, just a melty little town in
Is
Queensland.
that Scarlett Johansson melting? Oh, wow.
Wow. She looked great.
Carl, who'd watch House of Wax?
I think anybody that genuinely does enjoy a low. It's tough when this movie doesn't have a low budget, but I am going to call it a low budget horror film because the vibe of a low budget horror film, I think, dictates a lot of the movie. I have a real sweet spot for early 2000s horror films, how they're constructed, who was in them, how they looked, how the soundtrack was. The soundtrack on this is nuts.
It's vile.
So 2000s.
Yeah. I'm sure it has a crowd. I'm pretty sure it's just like, it's just new metal, and like I'm sure people love it. But no.
I do think this is genuinely like one of the best. If we're just, even though I don't think it has a lot to do with the original, I would say this is one of the best horror remakes. Just on because there's not really a lot, and a lot of them aren't good. But the second half of this movie, if you're into practical effects, blood and gore, some great little moments of tension. And also watching this with a few people, this is a great time.
Yeah.
So honestly, if you're just a horror movie fan, this is about as broad as we've ever been on the show. If you're a horror movie fan, I think this movie is for you, and it should be a must watch.
Yeah.
Second half is great fun. Oscar, who would watch House of Wax?
I agree. This might be like one of the highest we've actually ever done on the podcast.
Oh, it's up there with Unfriended the Dark Web for sure.
I mean, I just think a horror film, when it comes to bad horror films, they are given so much leeway. If you're just a bit fucking great, I remember that Texas Chainsaw Massacre we did, which is like 80 minutes and a broken film, had like 3 good kills in it. I'm like, I don't know, guys, what everyone's chatting about. This is great. This is terrific. Everyone should go watch this. It's kind of the best.
Yeah.
I'm kind of all over it. I just think it's so much fun. What a fun little hidden gem you found.
Yeah.
Big recommend.
I found.
Yeah.
I do think this movie is growing. I think it's growing in popularity. I was surprised how many people had logged this on Letterboxd.
Yeah. 400,000?
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, that does feel like it is getting a bit of a discovery.
Yeah, lovely.
It's also, I think, full on nostalgia because the cast is actually like my cast from high school. I was like, wow.
Wow, these guys went to your high school?
Yep.
Wow, all the ones that they filmed.
They all bullied me.
Yeah, of course they did.
Every single one of them, especially
Hey,
Chad.
check out that wax guy over there, you know?
If you've got a movie that you'd like us to review, you can email us at askwwwtpodcast@gmail.com.
Check the description. Send us a little notification. Send us a little comment on Spotify. Follow us on Letterboxd. A bunch of stuff down there. Do you
Is
know?
all that down there?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's
a fucking encyclopedia down
I
there.
put your postcode down there.
Oh, really? Send me things.
No. It was all just hate.
Send me things. Do you remember when people were like, we're going to send you things and we got freaked out? And now I'm like, actually, you know what? I do want some free stuff.
I want free stuff. Everybody that has offered to do that, we are now open for business.
Yeah.
Go nuts.
I'm confident now that you're not going to kill me.